Here we have the Swienty or Swienty hive. I'm going to show you all about it. I use these myself, so I'm talking from experience. In my view, they are a good hive at a reasonable price. So let's start with the floor. Here it is. It's got a steel galvanized Varroa floor, and underneath there it has this plastic drawer, quite substantial, which just slides in the place like that. Like I say, it's made in Denmark, and they have a different idea of how to deal with the entrances. Notice the entrance goes the full length. There is no entrance block, and it's just one bee space with a steep but effective landing board. The advantage of this is that you will not need to put a mouse guard in over the winter either. So there we have the floor. Let's go on to the brood box. They have these ingenious dovetails on the corners and these effective runners that just press in. I've got a separate little clip on how to assemble these boxes, but they're extremely simple. So that goes on there like that, and then you get with it a plastic queen excluder. Notice the outside measurements are exactly the same as a wooden national hive. So the advantage of that is that you can interchange with floors, supers, whatever. There is that advantage. However, there is a trade-off for that, because being a good, thick, substantial, good insulating polystyrene hive, the inside is slightly smaller. So that's not a huge disadvantage. It will still take national frames, but it will only take 10 of them. So you can actually use that to your advantage by just popping in a dummy board over either end. This way it will stop any brace comb between the 10th frame and the side, but also it will be there ready for you to reduce the size of the chamber as and when necessary. Let's just say you've got a small nucleus and you don't want it to get lost in a large area. So there is the crown board. We have the two supers, as you can imagine, very much the same, and then they will actually give you one of these as well, which is what they call an inspection board. If I just peel this plastic away, you will see that it's just a clear piece of perspex. Very good really, because you can actually see what's going on, look at your bees without disturbing them, and it doesn't really matter what the weather's doing outside. However, obviously not really very suitable if you want to feed. So I would suggest either use a miller feeder or just get yourself a normal crown board, because they will fit on these, and feed them that way. And finally we have the roof. It is quite ingenious, and I must confess it took me a little while to realise the advantage of this. It's got a horseshoe piece of polystyrene there, and the reason for that is that it will act as a floor as well. Quite an advantage when you're out in the field and maybe you're caught without certain bits of equipment that you want. So there we are. That is the polystyrene hive. I do recommend that you paint it, either garden shades, fence paint, or masonry paint. Any water-based weatherproof paint will do the job, and these will last 20-30 years, no problem. You have to treat them slightly different to wooden ones, obviously. When you're cleaning them, some people use washing soda, some people sterilise them by immersing them in some bleach water, but as long as you treat this polystyrene with a bit of respect, there's no reason it will not last you a long time.